Hi, I'm Steve Rapier. You're probably aware of some marketing techniques that seemingly only big companies can afford or use. You may think that some of these techniques are either too expensive or require a full team of experts. That's not necessarily true. Today we'll talk about two areas, keyword buys and publicity, that are within your reach to help you market your organization. We'll start with keyword buys. The purpose of keyword buys is simply to reach people when they search online for what you have to offer. While a safety net for large firms, is especially helpful for smaller firms whose web traffic doesn't allow them to be in the top search position. It is, in effect, a legitimate way for small firms to cheat the system. I suggest that you start with just one provider, such as Google. Once you've used up all the Google clicks, you can then move on to another provider, such as Yahoo. To get started, simply go to Google AdWords and set up your account. There are no fees at this stage. After the setup, you establish a campaign. Here you select how the campaign will be executed by geography, budget, and times. Within the campaign, you establish your first ad group, which allows you to segment your keywords by product, service, or whatever you decide. Once you have established your campaign and ad groups, you are ready to start to advertise. To do this, you follow a simple three-step process. Select keywords, write the ad copy, and then set the maximum amount you are willing to pay for a click. First, you enter a word that describes your product or service. This can be as simple as accounting, or LA accounting, or even best LA accounting firm on the website. Google will then list all the searches related to that word or phrase. You do not have to guess. You simply select those that seem the most appropriate. There is no limit or cost to the number of words you select. After you have selected your keywords, you write the ad copy. This may seem daunting at first, but it is just a brief, clear statement about what you offer. It should not be misleading or confusing. The idea is to drive only qualified leads to your website. After you have written the ad copy, you set the maximum amount you are willing to pay for a click. The right amount depends on your budget, the amount of bidding competition, and your click goals. For instance, if you have $1 a day to spend and your goal is 10 clicks per day, you would set your max at 10 cents per click. Now the thing to consider is the amount others are bidding as well. Their bidding will have a direct effect on the cost of the top search positions. So if the top bids are $1 per click and you bid 10 cents, you will appear below them during the search. This still may be okay, and it still may generate the 10 clicks per day. But if the top bids are $5 or $6 a day per click, at 10 cents, your ad may appear several pages below them, in which case you may or may not generate your 10 clicks a day. To assist you, Google does provide plenty of metrics to help you through this process. Now you're ready to turn your program on. You'll be able to track results from the dashboard and make instant changes to the ads, to the cost per click, and even search terms and phrases. You can even pause the ad group or campaign at any time and expand or contract your geographic targeting. Next, we turn our attention to publicity. Publicity can supplement your other marketing initiatives such as direct mail, advertising, and events. It is also ideal for addressing issues during a crisis. But first, I want to dispel a couple myths about PR. PR is not connected to your level of advertising. You don't have to spend a fortune. Writers have a job to do, and while advertising reps are motivated to increase ad sales, writers are more motivated to satisfy their editors. Nor is it about pitching. Sometimes you hear about how you just have to go on these pitches. While sometimes a good idea warrants more direct contact with a key writer, pitching implies that you have to somehow persuade them to run your news. It is really about good content. Your news needs to be compelling on its own and relevant to what they write about. And to get on their radar, you want to have a steady flow of relevant news to them. There are essentially 3 steps to a PR program: writing the release, distributing the release, and then tracking the results. First, you start with the release. This is your product. What is it that you want to announce? A new location, a new customer, exhibition at a trade show, your assessment of the market. Once you know this, you write the release following a format that begins with an intro, then continues with the body, and maybe even includes some quotations, and then concludes with a simple summary and a company description. It is important, though, at this stage to be factual and concise. This isn't a 12-page marketing brochure. I would suggest looking at other press releases by organizations similar to yours, as well as the many online tutorials to guide you. The biggest question, however, is not usually about writing a release. It is about how to send it out. Well, sending a press release by email is an option. The preferred method is really to use a wire service such as Business Wire or PR Newswire. This too may seem daunting, but is actually quite simple, efficient, and affordable and effective. First, you establish your free wire service account with a provider, such as Business Wire. When you have written the release, you submit it electronically using their website. Next, you pick the distribution circuits. A circuit is simply common media points all grouped together. This process begins by choosing your geographic distribution, such as LA Metro, Southern California, or even the state of California. If you want to go beyond that, you can go to the Pacific Coast as a regional distribution, or national, or even international. Media points within that circuit, such as newspapers, radio, TV, and news services, will automatically receive your release. Once you select your geographic circuit, you can select as many types of industry segments as you wish at no additional cost. This can be specific to your line of business or the type of customer you want to reach. Your release will then be sent automatically on the date and time you specify to the editorial community within those circuits. Using Business Wire, the cost for the smallest geographic circuit starts at about $250 per release for up to 400 words. It goes up as you expand the geographic circuit and add photography. The industry circuits are available to you at no additional cost. Finally, once your release is distributed, you want to gauge its placement in the media. How else will you know if it's working? Business Wire provides front-end measurement, and back-end measurement is provided by clipping services such as Burrell's Loose. They track both online and offline. This will help gauge the success and reach of your PR program. Keyword programs and publicity may seem only suited for large firms with big budgets and big staffs, but as you can see, they're within your reach to help you market your organization as well. Thank you.